So it's that time of year again, back to school time, and you know what that means? Less time for reading, unfortunately. At least it's always meant that for me. For those of you who are like me and want to keep reading despite all of the distractions, I've created a list of stories that are about 200 pages or less so that we can keep on reading even as we get busier. So first on my list is kind of a classic. It's Arthur Conan Doyle's A Study in Scarlet. And for those of you who don't know, that is our beloved Sherlock Holmes and Watson gang going after another baddie, so obviously that would be a good pick. Second, I would suggest The Giver. Another kind of classic. It's a dystopian society. It's pretty short, so it doesn't go as deep into it as some people may like, but I found it a really fun, quick read. And so if that's the kind of genre that you're interested in, but you don't have enough time to read a whole series like The Hunger Games or, you know, something of that nature, then this is definitely a good choice for you because it's a standalone novel. You can read it and be done with it. Next, I would suggest The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. This is actually a play, so that's why it's a pretty quick read. It's all dialogue, but it is so funny. I actually saw the play before I read it. I thought it was really good, but then I read it, and to just like read his words, they're brilliant and they are so funny. It's honestly one of the funniest things I think I've ever read. So if you like wit and you like play on words and you like really ridiculous characters, this is definitely the read for you. Next, I'd suggest I Am Legend. This book is very, very different from the Will Smith film, so keep that in mind. I actually listened to it on audiobook on a road trip and I was sweating and like freaking out the whole ride. It was so exciting, especially because I knew the film, so I thought I was gonna know what was happening, but as the turns came I had no idea where we were going, and I had a really, really great time. So that one I would definitely suggest. Listen to it, read it, whatever. It is definitely worth your time. Next, if you want to read a graphic novel, because graphic novels are normally pretty quick reads, I would suggest the Scott Pilgrim series by Brian Lee O'Malley. It is a brilliant set of graphic novels. It's really fun. It surrounds this boy and his romantic interests and his band and fighting all of these evil exes. It's actually really fun. There's lots of video game references, lots of fun and quirky characters, and it's, like I said, a graphic novel, so you can definitely find time for it. Next, I would suggest a Neil Gaiman because I love Neil Gaiman. Definitely read The Ocean at the End of the Lane. It's a really quick read. It's about 200 pages, and it really is a really good introductory novel into Neil Gaiman. It's a little creepy, a little fantastical, mixed with reality. He does that a lot, a fantastical element and kind of a real life element kind of merged together. And it's a really fun, eerie, quirky book, and it's super good. So if any, definitely read that one. Next, if you want a really good end of summer read because you don't want to give up on summer just yet, read Stargirl. This boy is going to the school when this new girl comes into town. Her name is Stargirl because she's decided to name herself that, and she's super quirky and does her own thing and doesn't let anyone tell her how to be or what to do, and he kind of learns from her what it means to be yourself and to not care what other people think. And it's a really fun read, and it's set in a school, so there you go. It's perfect. Last, I would suggest reading The Scarlet Pimpernel. So The Scarlet Pimpernel is about this English nobleman, Percy, who is kind of a fop. So he's blonde, he kind of acts like an idiot all the time, but underneath he is super quick, super smart, and he has this band of other Englishmen, and they help the French nobility get out of France because it's during the French Revolution and they're all getting their heads cut off. And so he does it through tricks and through guys and through plans within plans, kind of a Sherlockian feel to it. It's excellent and it's not that long, so definitely get to it. So that's my list. I tried to include a few different genres, so hopefully you can find something you like. I'm going to put them down below in the description, so definitely look for them there. Make sure to subscribe and let me know what you're reading or what you would put on this short reads list. I hope that all of you have a good school year for those of you in school, and well, I'll see you next time.